Hi Conscious Aquarius, welcome to my channel on Oracle and Spirituality. Today is your reading for the weeks ahead. We're going to see what's going to happen for you in your life. What's weird is that I started with Pisces and then normally I start with Aries, and I thought I would then do Aries, but weirdly I did it backwards. So after Pisces I started to do your star sign, so we'll see. Maybe after that I'll do Cappy and I don't even know whether I publish your video Pisces and your video Aquarius right now, or whether I wait for the whole cycle. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. But anyway, so make sure you check out the description below, because if you don't, you may not understand anything I'm saying in my readings. Also, take your power back, be your own authority. Make sure you check out your intuition and your inner guidance whenever you watch anything on YouTube or wherever else. If this reading resonates with you, then it's yours. If it's not resonating, it's for someone else. What else? If you like those videos and you want to stay tuned for the evolution of your energies, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the bell button for the notifications. And Aquarius, now we're going to start your reading with the Hierophant. Then we've got the Moon, Discovery, the Water, Disease, and finally Support. I'm using the French deck, Belline Oracle, and the ancient Egyptian tarot. Alright, you are embodying this energy, Aquarius, which is the Hierophant. Very much about structure and order, and you are probably at the moment discovering things and observing things about your rigidity and your belief system, and what you believe is true, what you believe is right and wrong, and how things are. So you have a specific belief system that is probably the society's belief system, and it's not necessarily yours, but you are identifying to this energy, to this society belief system, and you know you have this belief system because this is your conscious energy, and you think it's right, you think it's how it is, but you don't realize that it's society's belief system. It's like you're following a religion, and this religion is society's religion. You know, it's like society is a religion. Like society has dogma and beliefs and lots of things, you know, that are very structured, and it is what it is. Like society will tell you this is right, this is wrong, and that's what you follow. So you're a follower of this religion. And it's you're being kind of rigid about that, because that's what you've been told since the beginning, since you were a child. So you've never reflected, or maybe you have, but you're doing it again, reflecting on those beliefs and structures and how the world is organized, what is reality. But right now you have to reflect on that. It's not so much a choice. Why I'm saying that? Because we've got the Moon card, the Moon, and three other, so from the tarot, and we've got 3 Moon cards from the Belline Oracle. Moon, Moon, Moon. So massive Moon energy that is showing up in your reading at the moment, Aquarius. And especially it's showing up in your shadow energy. So it's not something you are identifying with. You're not identifying it with it, but it's there, it's present. You may not even see that it's there and that it's why things are happening the way it's happening, why you are discovering things. It's because there is this massive lunar energy that is showing up very strongly, very massively. Your whole reading, so your 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 2 weeks ahead are going to be about this lunar energy. And so it's very intense, very strong, very calm, very quiet, but overwhelming. And you can tell how quiet it is. It's a quiet night. There's no noise at all. It can feel solitary, but it's just very calm and appeasing. And it's allowing you to make some breakthroughs, to have some breakthroughs, to make some discoveries, to realize things that you had not seen before about your belief system, how you think society is. But there is a big elephant in the room and you were not even seeing it, you know. You were just following the rituals and the society rituals, like working Monday to Friday, and then Friday night it's like partying, and then weekend, and like, I don't know, I'm just giving an example. It doesn't have to be that, it can be anything else. So, but you're just following those rituals, you know, and like the ritual of, oh, okay, Sunday, depressed because tomorrow it's Monday and I don't want to go to work. And then Monday, oh, how are you going? Oh, like a Monday, you know. So those things are kind of rituals, the ritual of, you know, waking up at a certain time, going to bed at a certain time, eating at a certain time, how many dishes in a day, how many, you know, what do you, yeah, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know, it's all rituals. While maybe you could eat just one time during the day, or, you know, all those structured things, you know, you are challenged, they are being challenged at the moment. And it's not that you're going to that, like you're not yourself challenging those things, because you were quite used to it and you were swimming well in it, because it was your order, your structure, your foundations, what keeps you safe. But then the moon here and the whole moon energy is just landing in your garden, and so you don't have the choice, like aliens showing up, and it's like, yeah, you can't really, yeah, you don't really have the choice. It's just so overwhelming, and so you have to go within. You have just to, you can't even close your eyes. It's just there. And maybe you're meditating, maybe you used to meditate, but then you're meditating more at the moment, and you're making discoveries, you're realizing things about your rituals, your routines, and what you are used to do, the way you think, your beliefs and all that. Is it yours? Is it society's stuff, or is it yours? You know, and you don't really, you don't really know. So, you know, you just observe. This is very observant. You're just observing, and the simple act of observing without judgment, without judging, it just creates epiphanies. So that's what's happening at the moment. And well, last thing I want to say is that you probably don't know that it is because of this energy, because that's your shadow energy. So you just need to realize, okay, you just need to link those two things, what's happening right now with all those discoveries, all those thoughts and new ideas that you have, and you're like, those questions, and you're like, okay, I think I understand. And you just have to link that, those understandings and comprehensions, to this massive lunar energy that is very much present, and it's part of you, it's part of yourself. You just identify to this rigid structure, but you are not just that. Ultimately, you are everything that is, and therefore this energy is also part of you. Anyway, now what's going to happen next is still the lunar energy, because as I said, it's overwhelming and it's going to be present in your whole reading. So the water is just saying that you're going to just go with the flow. One idea will bring another idea, and you'll just go with the flow. You'll just sail that ocean, and you don't know where it's going, obviously, because that's the lunar energy, the moon, and you don't know. Yeah, it's very fluctuant, very fluid, and you don't know where it goes. There is no structure. You're very used to structure, but here you're losing this structure, and so there is no ground you can, sit on. So you just have to, I guess, go with the flow on your little boat and trust that it's gonna be okay. And so that's what you're just gonna do. But this journey, within your subconscious mind, it's not necessarily easy. I mean, sometimes there are storms, on the ocean, and so it doesn't have to be always that quiet. Although here it looks very quiet, so at first it may be very quiet, but at some point, the sharks, they're gonna show up, and make you maybe feel a bit uncertain and scared, and so because your belief system, they are being challenged, and so it's gonna show up, all those wounds and things. Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable, I guess. It's gonna make you sick a little bit, the not knowing, not having your foundations anymore, because you're challenging that, like you being challenged, I think, rather than you are challenging it. And so I would say, Aquarius, that those structures, it's linked to what's right and what's wrong, what's good and bad, what's considered as. And so it's linked to wounds, because if you don't do what society tells you to do, then you're a bad person, for instance. I'm not saying that. It's just what society is creating, and also what you believe inside is that, if I don't work Monday to Friday, it's bad. If I don't eat 3 times a day, it's bad. Or if I don't have breakfast, it's bad. If I don't do this or that, it's bad. If it's bad. And so all those things, it's kind of guilting you or shaming you, or and it goes back to childhood as well, because your parents were like that too with you, when they were telling you what's good and bad, what's right and wrong, and so they were molding you into those structures. And so obviously there are some dirty things coming up. But that's the natural process, you know, when you go into your subconscious mind, you discover things in there, and so, well, it has to come to light. That's how you evolve, that's how you grow, that's how you become more conscious, and that's how you become your highest version of yourself. And I'm saying this also because of this card. The support card, it's telling me it's showing up like that, you know, those two cards that look very symmetric, and so, you know, here and here, and the wings, but they're both looking toward the opposite side. They're not looking at each other, that's what I mean. So, well, you know, Aquarius, here, what it's telling me is that basically you have your highest version and your lower version, like the more toxic one, the one that is wounded, the wounded child, and here it will be the guide, your inner guide, your soul, the higher aspect of you. And your higher aspect is not even seeing the wound here, it's not looking at the child, the inner child, the wounded child. And so what the oracle is saying here is to call in your higher guidance, your higher self, your higher version of yourself, so that to tell him, it, her, that, okay, there is something to look at here. You know, there is a wounded child. If I want to become the highest version of myself, I need you need to look at that. And so how you do that, how you call in your higher guidance, first you can call it, like, you can be vocal about it, you can say it, you can say, I'm calling my higher guidance. You can write it, but you can also, but it's not just that. You have also to feel somatically your wounds, the hurt, the wounded child, the wounds. You have to feel them somatically. You have to feel your body, feel the physical sensations, somatic sensations, your emotions, the physical sensations that are attached to your memories, traumas, and your emotions. So you have to feel it, like, in your body, like if it's a cut, you know, if you cut yourself, then you get some pain, and the pain, the physical pain, it's telling automatically your body that there is something to fix. And then the inner intelligence does the job, does the work. But if you didn't have the capacity to feel the pain, you would not know that like your inner intelligence would not know there is a wound, and it would not be able to fix it. And so with emotional wounds, it's exactly the same. You have to feel the hurt and the pain, and so that you can, it can give the message to your inner guidance, your inner intelligence, to fix it, to resolve it. It's just gonna resolve by itself. You don't have anything else to do, actually, just to feel it. So that's what the oracle is advising you, is to call in your inner guidance, your inner intelligence, so that you can see that there's something wounded here. And yeah, it's gonna be your guide. Call in your guides as well. Ask it to come to help you, because if you don't ask, it won't come. You just need to ask for help. So ask for help. All right, Aquarius, shall we know another Aquarius who may benefit this reading? Like, subscribe, all else feels good, and I'll see you very soon. Or right now in another of my videos, check your sun, moon, and rising signs. And remember to be your own authority. You are your own authority. So have a beautiful day, Aquarius. Bye.